Let's do it. Hello, wrestling world, and welcome back to Wrestling on the Rise, Season 2, Episode 44. And we got some wrestling to talk about, like NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool, AEW, the state of ROH, and results of last episode's What Moves You. And we introduced a new segment debuting called Wrestling Conspiracies and Theories. I mean, it's been a busy couple of weeks in wrestling, so let's not waste any time and let's get this episode rolling and started. Okay, so All Elite Wrestling has officially signed wrestlers and added them to their roster. And it's looking like a pretty good roster so far. I mean, with people already known like Cody, Brandy, the Young Bucks, Adam Page, and they also got the best Intercontinental Champion in the world ever, Chris Jericho, and the bastard himself, Pac, signed to AEW. Yeah, Chris Jericho and Pac signed to AEW. Interesting roster, right? Also signed is SoCal Uncensored, Joey Janela and Penelope, Britt Baker, MJF, and they also announced roles and positions within the company, like Cody, Matt, and Nick being all co-executive vice presidents, and Brandy being chief brand officer. So, with these roles assigned and wrestlers being signed, when is the first show, you ask? Well, May 25th at the MGM Grand in Vegas. All Elite Wrestling goes double or nothing. I know, right? Super pumped for this. I cannot wait for this. But question still remains. Kenny Omega, is he all in with AEW, or is he selling pieces of his soul to WWE? Well, WWE seems sour about this whole situation. In fact, at the AEW rally in Jacksonville, Florida, which WWE was running SmackDown Live, some fans were reported not allowed in the SmackDown premises wearing AEW gear. Multiple fans went on social media to show off the world how much AEW is a threat to WWE. And personally, I say, what does it matter? If they're wearing somebody else's merch, they still paid money for the ticket, so let them in. But honestly, what do I know? I'm just a nobody. But I will say this. AEW, I stand with you and I'm all in. And Vince, don't be scared. It's just wrestling, baby. Wrestling world, a tragedy has happened a couple weeks ago here in Ontario, Canada. 4 wrestlers known as the Buffalo Brothers were involved of a serious car accident, leaving 3 out of the 4 badly injured and have to take time off of wrestling to heal. Now, that's Kevin Blackwood, Puff, Daniel Garcia, and Kevin Bennett, known as the Buffalo Brothers. Their families and friends have set up a GoFundMe fundraiser to help raise money for their medical bills. And if anyone would like to donate to help out these men get back to doing what they do best, I will be posting the link to donate in the video description if it's still active. Here at Wrestling on the Rise, we all hope all 4 of you men have a speedy and safe recovery and get back into the ring to entertain and wrestle in front of your fans. Yo, NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool was lit. And I'm going to say it again. I mean, fire from hell lit. I mean, I did pretty good in my predictions. 3 out of 5 with another winning record. Yeah. If it couldn't have been for Finn Balor made an appearance to take on Jordan Devlin to battle for the Ireland Aces, I would have won. Toni Storm is now NXT UK Women's Champion. Pete Dunne is still your WWE UK Champion. And all the matches on the card were amazing, but easily match of the night goes to the opener of the show. And we got new NXT UK Tag Team Champions in Zach Gibson and James Drake after defeating Mustache Mountain. And honestly, even before this, I was a fan, but now I'm going to say this. I am a number 1 fan of Liverpool's number 1 Zach Gibson and James Drake. They're such an amazing and awesome tag team, and they're going to run this tag team division. Mark my words. All right. But the whole show was really great. Honestly, it was a takeover event to remember. But what happened after show got the whole world talking about. Walter, who is known in Europe and UK all over, came down to stare down WWE UK champion Pete Dunne. I Super excited to see these guys clash at the next NXT UK TakeOver. But I will say this, Pete Dunne, I think your reign as champion has come to an end. 600 days plus is pretty good. You are an amazing champion, but Walter is no joke. Okay, and there's a lot of other talents that are in NXT UK that ain't no joke. That is a serious threat to Pete Dunne's title reign. But we're just gonna leave it at that and see what happens next in the future. But all in all, NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool, I give it 4 stars. I have no idea what Dave Meltzer gave, and personally, I don't care. But 4 stars for the show. It's probably going to be the best show of January, depending on what Rumble does and who they bring out. But it was a really good show.
Hey, can you see me? I'm right here. Oh, yeah, forgot. Turn on the lights. Okay, this is Rich Michaels, and this is Wrestling Conspiracies and Theories. Okay, so I have a theory. I think I'm onto something here. Okay, and I'm gonna get straight to the point about this. It's another Vince McMahon hostile takeover. Okay, they happen every 20 years or so, starting from 1979 with the demise of the North American Heavyweight Championship and the birth of the Intercontinental Championship. Ted DiBiase brought in the North American title from Mid-South Wrestling. He was the first to hop over and still be part of another promotion, which started a trend. The hell was that? Okay, but the takeover didn't actually start there. It didn't actually start with wrestlers. It was time slots and television stations, okay? Which Vince got hungry and greedy. We all know CWC, later known as WWF, was all part of the National Wrestling Alliance until Vince Jr. decided to split, which created a lot of commotion and turmoil, okay? But after that, Vince found out an easy way that he could buy time slots from television stations that already aired wrestling shows from other companies. So, after getting exactly what he wanted, wrestling companies found it hard to compete, so they sold in, and that started the takeover. Companies being sold, and wrestlers had no choice but to sign with WWF at those times. Okay, so 1979, 1999, and 2019. These are the finish lines of when he wants to compete or complete his takeover. So between 79 and 99, basically he cleaned house and everyone was part of WWE. If not, it was WCW, which eventually got sold to WWE, but we all know that story, right? So I don't need to go over that, and plus I'm hearing sounds. I'm freaking out, man. Okay, so since 1999 to 2019, his finish line is here. Okay, since 99, wrestlers have started slowly coming into WWE, but after WCW died, Vince thought he was done. But wait, what about the indies like ROH and TNA and new companies that was funded by the losers of WCW? Still had some high-level talent performers, so he made moves. He came, he saw, he conquered. By creating NXT from FCW, which we all know what that is, wrestlers seen an open opportunity to be signed by WWE. So many indie guys did that route, like Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and I could go on about the WWE talent that's not WWE homegrown. So, after that, Japan and ROH still had the best wrestlers in the world, so he extended offers to Hideo Itami, Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, the Good Brothers, and AJ Styles, and the rest is history, okay? But y'all follow me on this, stay with me here because I'm freaking out, I'm hearing sounds, okay? So basically, indie wrestlers are a threat to Vince McMahon, and he is doing everything that he can to fix it. He basically cleaned house in TNA with wrestlers already wrestling with WWE and being released or still waiting to be signed, and ROH, who is now on the brinks of trying to do a recruit. So new companies like All Elite Wrestling being formed by wrestlers who on record have turned down multiple offers from WWE is bow a serious threat to Vince. Okay, Kenny Omega, who in 2018 is the best wrestler, is a free agent now, and now where he signs is basically gonna win the war. Okay, let me take a deep breath. Okay, listen, WWE doesn't use top indie stars the way they should, okay? And Vince feels if you're not WWE homegrown, you're not talent. So they made the performance center to make them the way they want them. Okay? Eventually they knew that what they're doing is going to work. So any Indian guy being signed by WWE is now not expected to be used correctly, or is not going to be used correctly. So has the takeover ended, or has it just begun? Well, that's my theory, and hopefully it makes sense to you, and hopefully you're following here, because I'm freaking out. I feel like they're following me, they're watching me, they retweeted me, man. I think someone's following me. The WWE Universe is following me on Instagram, man. But anyways, I'm Rich Michaels. That's Wrestling Theories and Conspiracies. Thank you.
All right, now it's time for What Moves You. Last episode, we asked you who was the best performer of 2018. And before I give you the results, I just want to say thank you to all who voted. I really appreciate y'all. It feels so good to bring back something that everyone enjoys, and that's why I really want to shake things up for this segment and give you guys something interesting. So now, the results, last week's results. So with 43.3%, Kenny Omega was voted as the best performer of 2018, and it was an obvious choice. Okay, but now for this episode, all the news buzz circulating around AEW, I want to know what company is the biggest threat to WWE. All right, so here's your options: New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, or All Elite Wrestling. So there's your options. Don't forget to vote for what moves you in the comments below, and you could also vote on Twitter and Instagram at WrestlingOnTheOne, and you could also vote on our Facebook page at facebook.com/WrestlingOnTheRise. So it seems to be that wrestling is in a state of emergency right now, and honestly, it's better for us fans because we're about to see some great wrestling matches soon, I hope. And with companies signing free agents all over the market, we don't know what we're gonna see in the near future. But anyways, that's all we got for y'all in this episode. So don't forget to vote for what moves you in the comments below, and you could also vote on Twitter and Instagram at WrestlingOnTheOne, and you could also vote on our Facebook page at facebook.com/WrestlingOnTheRise. Please don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote. And thank you everyone for supporting us and watching. And please leave us a comment if you have enjoyed this episode. Refer it to a friend. If you haven't enjoyed it, please tell us why you did not enjoy it in the comments. And yeah, that's it. I'm your host, Rich Michaels, and you'll see me when I see you.